We live, we live. Let's make sure y'all can hear me real quick. Let's make sure we got the sounds on. Let's make sure we got the sounds right. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. We live, y'all. We live, y'all. Make sure y'all tap that like button right now. We gotta be talking about that boy King Yellow, man. King Yellow. You know what I'm saying? King Yellow, son. You know what I'm saying? Got arrested for catching a body. You know what I'm saying? Doing a robbery. And King Yellow feel like, he ain't teach his son good enough. Let me tell y'all, King Yellow from Chicago, you know what I'm saying? He rep that flyboy gang. You know what I'm saying? King Yellow, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he do, maybe he don't. You know what I'm saying? Got the same thing that his son have right now, currently have gotten back in the days. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He was a street guy. Now, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. His son followed his footsteps. He seen his dad do something and possibly got away with shit, and he felt like he can do the same thing. Now you got King Yellow saying that King Yellow saying that he got baptized. He broke. He can't afford to get his son out. 200,000, 50 bands, he can walk free. King Yellow ain't even got $50 to his name. And I ain't being funny. That's what King Yellow said himself. Y'all want to hear what King Yellow said about his son?
My son, he 18. My son locked up. Huh? Robberies? What? I ain't never saw my son do nothing like that. What is y'all talking? Bond. 200K.
His son locked up for robberies. That's some broke shit. You know what I'm saying? So that means King Yellow really ain't got it. So King Yellow been doing these interviews, you know what I'm saying, and doing a whole lot of other things. And he ain't even got a dollar to his name. He can't even go and get a burger when he want to go hungry. And he got plenty of other kids he got to be worried about. Then to be worried about his 18-year-old child who had his own brain, already knew, you know what I'm saying, if I go and do this gonna happen to me if I get caught. You know, he already knew this shit. So he already had his own brain of thought. You can't sit there and beat yourself up because your 18-year-old son, you know what I'm saying, in his right state of mind, you know what I'm saying, listening to this Chicago drill music, because that's where he get it from. That's what you say. He listened to these dudes that's talking about sliding, broad daylight, shit that I don't even know what they saying. And we already know that King Yellow had beef, you know what I'm saying, or got beef. I don't know what King Yellow situation is right now with the Lil Durk beef situation and the Chief Keef situation with the beef. I don't know where they stand with that. But it seemed like King Yellow trying to do better. And it seemed like King Yellow's son just want to do worse. King Yellow's son don't want to follow his good footsteps. King Yellow's son want to follow, you know, a Von off 1700. You know, when when King Yellow's son went to visit Chicago in 2024, his son ain't been the same since then. He ain't been the same since then. He wanted to be a thug, even worse. But y'all see him in this picture right here. He's been off the chain. We've been seeing him being a bad boy when he was a little boy.
50,000 to walk. Man, I ain't even got $50 right now. He's sitting in the cell right now. I feel like I failed my boy, man. Y'all don't even know how eating me up on the inside. I feel like I failed my boy, man. And I done lost everything. I done went broke. Gambling problems, drugs. Mama Lean gone.
You know what I'm saying? That explains why King Yellow, y'all remember when King Yellow had them passed out on stage? Then was drug problems. See, King Yellow, when shit hit the fan, when things go hard for people, people want to go and run to the Lord. And then when shit get all good for them, what they do, they backslide. They go back to the same dirty ways that they used to be. Because they thug ass new friends keep calling their names. See, King Yellow ain't got no friends around him. Not saying that I don't want to be your friend no more, King Yellow. The reason King Yellow ain't got no homies around him because they all dead. From hanging out in the streets and gang banging, and they all in jail for hanging out in the streets and gang banging. And look at his son following their footsteps. But it's lucky, it's a good thing that he's there instead of in the grave. So King Yella, don't even beat yourself up and be too mad about the situation. Cause you can still go see him. You can still hug him, if he ain't on the other side of the glass. You can still, receive his phone calls. All you got to do is pick up. The person who he robbed, shot, and killed can't say the same for their family. All we can say is rest in peace. And we hope that their family get better. Kenya, you got to help their family get better. Your son should have had a job. He should have understood and learned what a job was. I'm pretty sure he understood and he knew what a job was, but guess what? He was too fucking lazy to go out there and get one. Too lazy. He say, man, listen, me hanging out on the streets, on the corner, on the block, that's way faster money than waiting a whole week for a check. Y'all get the lights up. A whole 2 weeks for a check. Sometimes you gotta wait 3 weeks and 4 weeks for a check when they hold it in a hole. So you be hurting.
I got kicked out my crib, gambled the money, couldn't pay rent. I paid for a crib, ran off with the money. I gambled the other money, lost. I got a 7-day notice to get kicked out. Got to move in with my little brother. Real. Nobody there like you think they're gonna be there for you. But this guy opened his eye. And before I got baptized, I'm just feeling dark cloud over me. I'm just not feeling right, losing all my money. Everything, it just seemed like I ain't doing nothing right. Mama lean out like she don't want to be with me no more. At home, it's uncomfortable. We just like cellies, like we just living. We ain't touching, we ain't kissing, ain't no good mornings, ain't nothing. I'm just feeling like, what's going on with my life? He just seeing his pop struggling, going through it.
You know what I'm saying? What's going on in your life is karma. What's going on in your life is all of the things that you did in the past to people, and it's coming back to hunt you in a different way. It's coming back to hunt you to make you suffer, to make you be like, damn. Well, I done lost all of my friends. All of my friends, you know what I'm saying? They was out here gang banging and doing all of this stuff, and I was with them. I could have been right along with them. My son, shit, I done lost him, you know. That's my number one, friend, my number one supporter. I do anything for him. But King Yell ain't finna go out there and go get no crazy money for his son to try and free his son off 50K and for his son to probably have the same mentality and get out and do the same shit and go back and waste that 50,000. King Yella would be mad if he go and pay that 50,000 or if he can get that 50,000 and his son go and do some dumbass foolish shit and get himself locked back up, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Now, what King Yella's son, man, what he's saying is like, bro, like shit, he feel like he a grown ass man. He feel like shit. Nobody can't tell him nothing. He like nobody can't tell me a goddamn thing. I've been doing what I wanted to do. I done seen you do it, pops, and guess what? Now it's my turn. But nigga, nobody can't do this shit forever. Nobody can't sell drugs forever. Nobody can't rob forever. You know, Nobody can't panhandle forever, Nobody can't, what I'm saying, rap forever. But you can have a business forever. Tap that like button if y'all feeling what I'm saying right now, man. You know what I'm saying? King Yella, you should have tried to teach your son to get in that studio or try to have some goddamn some YouTube equipment or something like that. You should have invested in him. You seen this in him early. You seen him with them pants swagging. You know what I'm saying? You seen him with the hat to the side, wanting to be a gangster. You can look at a motherfucker and tell when a motherfucker want to be a gangster. And you thought it was funny. You thought it was hilarious for him to be throwing up them little signs and to be talking the way he talking and you recording and putting it out for the world to see it. You know, King Yellow's son ain't getting out. Y'all know how I know King Yellow's son ain't getting out? Because it was a robbery, bro, and it was a murder, bro. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, King Yella ain't got the money, to bail his son out. So with that being said, King Yella's son finna suffer. And I think King's son, I think when they King Yella, That's what I'm gonna say. King Yella. I think King Yella son, King. I think King Yella gonna make content about his son and talk, about his son and try to teach y'all, you know, y'all young ones, not to go out like his son went out. You gotta work hard for what you want. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go and take what you want. I done been there and I done that. It ain't gonna get you nowhere. Sometimes people learn a lesson the first time, sometimes the second time, and sometimes, somebody never learned a lesson, bro. You know, what Jit so young, if he wouldn't have caught a body, he would have had a second chance, you know. But, he caught that body and don't nobody feel sorry for him, especially not me. I feel sorry for the people who, passed away in this situation because I feel like, a young nigga could have went to go work, on somebody's force or something. You got people holding up flags, man. He could have went in, he 18. It's a lot of things that he could have did to not end up in this situation. But he want to go and try to get that fast money, bro. That fast cash, bro. Just like Big Fizzle. Big Fizzle, he was signed to Gucci Man, you know. He wanted to go get that fast cash. He wanted to go get that money that's like, I'm finna go get all of this today. I'm finna sell most of it or all of it today or profit it off. I'm a broke ass nigga. I'm a broke ass rapper who still signed to 1017. You know, Gucci Man was supposed to let everybody go from 1017, but this nigga was still signed to 1017. Instead of him trying to keep his connection straight, you know what I'm saying? Instead of him trying to, you know, keep his face good with Gucci Man and just work hard. You got talent. You know how we know you got talent because Gucci Man signed you. And I heard a couple of your songs. Well, like two or three of them, and it was jamming. After I seen this situation, I was like, man, who is Big Fizzle? I really ain't never even heard of him. And the way that he look now, he look like he a bummy on the street, bro. The way that he look now, and that's no disrespect. He look like he don't even take care of himself. You know, his dreads or his twists, so much new growth. You know, he wanted to go get this money, this fast cash for promotion. He was trying to get back on as a rapper because wasn't nobody fucking with him. Wasn't nobody listening to him. What I mean by wasn't nobody fucking with him, meaning, you know, the promoters wasn't fucking with him. You can't get up in here for free and perform, nigga, and we think that you're gonna bring the bag just because you signed to Gucci, man. You still gotta pay us and bring your own fan base, and we gonna promote you then. You know, the nigga, everybody who signed to Gucci Man, everybody who signed to Gucci Man, either dead, bro, in jail, and we talking about back then, the Waka Flockas them ain't even making no music, ain't doing nothing. So nobody who was fucking around or signed to Gucci Man and nothing like that, bro, ain't doing nothing. Nothing at all. And I wonder why is that? Is it because of all of the bad things that Gucci Man have done in the past that he have rapped about? Is why he can't seem to have good luck with the people that he signed because he done fucked over so many people? Y'all let me know in the comment section is that's why Gucci Man artists keep dying and going to jail and you know like the Pooh Shiesty is supposed to be one of the best rappers in the world, and fucked himself up. So what is it like Gucci Man being signed to Gucci Man or what? And a lot of y'all gonna hear this and a lot of y'all still will go and sign with Gucci Man, knowing damn well you're gonna either go to jail or die. Or like Bit Walk Dog. Where is he? Where is he? When is the last time that he dropped some music? I haven't even heard of him. So it's like Gucci Man like signing y'all, but it's up to y'all. Even though you sign a deal with an artist or a label, you still got to put that work in. You still got to put that work in like you was putting that work in before you got signed. If you don't put that work in like you put that work in or more work in like you did before you got signed, bro, you just gonna still be another nobody. The only way we gonna know about you and hear about you and go and listen to your music again is when you're gonna do some foolish ass shit like, you know what I'm saying, this nigga trying to run inside of somebody's house, you know what I'm saying? Him and his homeboy. This what happened. Him and his homeboy hit the trap. And I'm gonna say it's the trap, because that's where, you know what I'm saying, they ran out with bags. Not they, but shit, the nigga Fizzle ran out with big bag. So I'm gonna say it's the trap. If it wasn't the trap, shit, y'all tell me what it was. But the nigga fuck around and go up in that bitch. Him and his homeboy try to stick that bitch up. And his homeboy get popped. You know what I'm saying? By the dope boy. Y'all ain't finna take my shit. No, not today. I'm protecting this. And guess what? The dude who shot his homeboy ain't even finna get arrested for it, because you niggas was on a lick. You niggas was doing wrong. You niggas was inside of his house. And where this nigga was a fool, Fizzle, big Fizzle, you know what I'm saying? Where he was a fool at is when my homeboy just died, bitch, and I'm still gonna take the work. Instead of him not taking the work, saying, "Oh, I thought we was gonna go buy some the smoke." My homeboy had other plans. He did. And then if it's snitching shit, y'all was snitch anyway. So let it be what it be. You know what I'm saying? The nigga ain't have no common sense to say, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Maybe next time. Nah, he tried to get it this time and got himself fucked up. You know, and y'all can't go out here and build, you know what I'm saying, a King Yellow son or a Big Fizzle. Because when you try to go out here and thug like that, see, that's a different type of thug. So you got thugs that go out here and, you know what I'm saying, be hanging out in the streets and be selling shit. And you got them real hardcore thugs who are going to take your life, you know what I'm saying, over what you got. Because I'm pretty sure that you had to go and spend money for that shit. Y'all tap the like button and get the lights up right now. You had to go and spend money for that shit. And for a nigga to come and try and take it from you, you know what I'm saying? You gonna protect that shit, bro. You ain't going nowhere with my motherfucking shit, bro. You can pop me, and I'm gonna pop you, but guess what? Psst, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't leaving with it, bro. And that's where the nigga fucked up at. That's where he fucked up at. He should have popped the one nigga and left with nothing, bro. When you niggas going a lit, when you niggas going trying to, you know what I'm saying, steal something, because that's basically what it is, stealing. You know what I'm saying? When you niggas going trying to steal something, bro, you know what I'm saying, and your homie die, bitch, just leave. Don't even try to save him. Just go. Don't even take shit. It might sound green, but it was green when y'all went and did that shit together, knowing that shit, one of you niggas was gonna get popped, or that person was gonna get popped or die. Let me see what the police saying, because the police had them ran. This nigga got a couple songs with Gucci Man, like serving, like that nigga was serving. That nigga like serving it, like he was a real street guy. You know what I'm saying? He was from Arkansas, and he was a young nigga too. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't older than 35. You know what I'm saying? He still could have did a whole lot of things with his life. He could have made content, you know what I'm saying? But what make a nigga want to go and rob some nigga at the age that we is right now, bro? I understand you being like, you know what I'm saying, 17, 18, you know what I'm saying, 14. But bro, 23, 25, nigga, like what the fuck? Why is you robbing a motherfucker? Why is you give me that? Why is we doing that at that age? You can't even answer that question. But I told you, y'all want that fast cash, and you always gonna get caught trying to get that fast cash. When you're selling drugs, that shit ain't gonna last you long. You know what I'm saying? I here in the streets thugging, that shit ain't gonna last you long. Not even when you got a job, a 9 to 5, bro. That shit ain't even gonna last you long because you gotta retire. You know what I'm saying? The street job just gonna, you know what I'm saying, retire you faster. You know? So it's better to just go and get a job and work till you're about 60 and get them benefits after that. This your boy Tony Black, voice of the block. If y'all fuck with anything I said, if I kept it real with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all like, man. Y'all make sure y'all comment below. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Hey, I told y'all I drop Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we off this weekend, man.